could have just run the ball on every down and maybe won the game, but you don't want to do that, although I think it might have been a decent idea. So they have to sort of figure out what they're going to be now going forward.
Losing just pulls at the seams, Danny. There's nothing like it in football. You don't get to play that many games. Every year is a new year. And so Kansas is going through some stresses. What was the message that we had about this going into last week? How is it to be a favorite and go play legitimate road games? It's not easy, Danny, at all. And you're going to get some excellent play from your opponent. They're not going to be demoralized if you get ahead by 10. They're going to think, hey, we're still in the game. We're not getting embarrassed. And suddenly they're there at the end. These college kids are not mature in their mindset and their momentum type events that occur in a game. And that's what allowed Illinois to come. Just a couple good plays by Illinois made them think, hey, maybe we can win. But they had no stress. Illinois didn't need to win the game. They weren't scared of losing. They just went out and finalized it and said, what the heck? Let's see what happens. If Kansas would have drove down and scored a touchdown at the end, Illinois would be like, that's what happens to us. So this is about Kansas. And then there's questions that start coming in. Andy Kotelnicki is a great offensive coordinator, an amazing offensive coordinator. And Lance Leipold deserves credit because those two have worked together like a married couple for 20 years or whatever it is. I don't know what the exact number is, but a long time. In coaching years, it's like dog years. I mean, they've been together forever. And now he's at Penn State. So this is the first time when things don't work and the offense doesn't look like they're dictating that you start asking the question, hey, we don't have our offensive coordinator. That's what the students are thinking about and talking about in class this week. And the players, I always tell you, the players become the biggest cancer anywhere, Danny, at the training table. There's little smart-ass players who are going, who don't play that much or whatever, going, I don't think our offensive coordinator is nearly as good as last year's, and try to get that into the mindset. So this is a game that's really going to be hard for Kansas to bounce back from. There's going to be questions galore. And I think when you look at Jalen Daniels, I think there's some other questions, Danny. He has taken on a confident external presentation. Remember when he was Big 12 preseason player of the year and he had video of himself down at AT&T Stadium, Danny? I saw this bracelet-like thing, and it was a video playing on his chest. I don't know how he did it. It's pretty incredible, but like of his highlights.
Right.
So this guy comes in with a confident attitude. And when you're trying to turn a team from losers into winners, it's okay. K-State fans, Chad May, when he walked on campus, he said, I'm going to win. In case they hadn't been to a bowl but one time in the history of their program. And he just goes, no, I'm here. We're going to win. It really helped K-State that he was cocky and confident and no doubt. And Jalen Daniels may play that card very well. But what I saw on the sidelines and his reaction, Danny, I don't know if you were able to watch the game very closely.
Did. I watched it, yes.
I don't think that's a good place to go unless the result. It kind of reminds me of what Colorado's going through. And that is not Lance Leipold, okay? Lance Leipold and what his program is about is not what I saw with, talking trash to the Illinois crowd when something good happened. And then even though when he wasn't playing a great game, at the end of the day, he didn't play a great game. Does that make sense? It just,
right.
He doesn't take a conservative approach to what's going to happen. And on the sidelines, you could see him getting ready for that last drive, like we're going to go down and score. And that kind of energy is good. I get it. But I think it's a little edgy. And I think they got to find their rhythm with what Lance Leipold's program is about for the long term and what Jalen Daniels, his attitude is and how he's going to play this out. Okay? Because you're no longer a feisty underdog where everything good is pat us on the back, and if something doesn't quite go your way, you just say, well, we're feisty and we're coming at you and we're not scared, we're not backing down. That plays well in his first couple years, Danny, but now they're the favorite. That's Illinois' role. Illinois' role was to say, look at us, we're feisty. Kansas has gone to that next stage of development. So how is this all going to play out? We're seeing a little bit of it in Colorado, how Deion just refuses to say anything other than Colorado's great. His son, the quarterback, is saying everything's great. And we're, watch out. You better, count your chickens now because we're going to be coming after you and all those kind of things. That's the persona that Colorado has. I see a little bit in that Jalen Daniels is acting that way. Don't you?
Yeah, a little bit, but we'll see whether that's just false bravado and he just has to get back to business in this game against UNLV.
And I think that's not Lance Leipold's program. And it's okay for him to have energy. I told you, it's good. It's like, it's a power, it's a juice that your team needs, but it also can backfire, because if UNLV comes in and plays great and beats Kansas, and everyone said that they're looking at a 10-2, 11-1 season and those kind of things, and suddenly you're 1-2, how are they going to respond? Well, I'll tell you exactly how Lance Leipold will respond. Just get back to work.
Right.
No problem. But is the team going to be on the same wavelength as he is? How much is the offensive coordinator not there that's been there with Lance Leipold in the wavelength? I don't know. It's just there's no problem with the whole program. Zero problem with the whole program. But the 2024 season gets to be an entity upon itself, a little microcosm of what you're going to be in the long term. And that's now going to be very interesting, because Kansas's next 2 games, Danny, are just what we've been talking about. UNLV at home, at West Virginia. 2 games you could win, 2 games you can lose.
Right.
1-1, they're all in play. Welcome to the NFL-like schedule.
Absolutely. Stan, great stuff as always. We appreciate you taking the time, and I will see you on Saturday.
All right, we got to be in the studio again on College Football Game Day on Sports Radio 810. Thanks for having me, Danny. Have a great week, and keep covering those Royals, man. That was a great run for them. I'll let you expand on that. Let's go Royals.
Yeah, that comes your way next. We talk Royals and a little bit more, some tennis, some soccer, all kinds of great stuff. It's Monday Musings, Danny and Friends Sports Wrap, presented by ASFCA.
More of Danny's Reasonably Irreverent podcast after this.
It's always great to get an update from Dr. Brad Woodall from Advanced Sports and Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture, 8 locations all around Kansas City, including the newest one in Raytown.
We are very excited to join the Raytown community. We just took over for Dr. David Frey, who retired and has then shared all of his patients with us to take great care of.
They do it all year round, and that means in the fall as well, when people get back to raking leaves and participating in fall sports, all those kinds of things, right?
Back to school means back for fun. Full backpack, we can help as your chiropractor. If you're starting fall sports, we want to make sure you have that physical, and we want to make sure you're in great shape. And if injuries happen, we've got your back.
And you've got it all around Kansas City at 8 different locations for Advanced Sports and Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Visit asfca.com/Danny. That's asfca.com/Danny.
Enjoy all the excitement of football season at the 23rd Street Brewery. From the Jayhawks and college football to the NFL and even live-streamed Lawrence High and Free State football games, you can watch it all at the 23rd Street Brewery. Enjoy the games with your favorite menu item like the Bill Self Mac and Cheese, Naked Nachos, or the Haney Turkey Stack. And wash it all down with your favorite beer like a Wave the Wheat or Crimson Fog. 23rd Street Brewery on the corner of Clinton Parkway and Cassold in Lawrence.
If you'd like to join these and other fine sponsors and market your business on Kansas City's #1 rated podcast, contact us at Danny@DannyKlinkscale.com. Look forward to working with you.
Welcome back. Well, there's nothing but good news for the Kansas City Royals. Thanks to Stan to cover the football. Now we move on to very significant baseball here, heading towards the middle of September. The Royals are playing the Yankees, and it means something. The Royals would basically have to absolutely collapse. Just think of these scenarios. Even if the Royals in their last 18 games went 7-11, the Tigers or the Mariners, who are the next teams in line, would have to go 14-4. Red Sox 14-5, Rays 16-3 to do anything. Now, on the other side of it, it will be very difficult to pick up ground on the Guardians, who play the White Sox 3 more times, and starting up now, as a matter of fact. But it looks like the Royals are in playoff position. It looks like they're going to be the second wild card team, and while that means it's on all likelihood going to be a very difficult opponent, who wouldn't have taken 3 possibilities of road games in the playoffs as a team when the Royals won 56 games last year? The weekend was just remarkable. I mean, the hitting wasn't anything special, to say the least, but they won 5-0 on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday they eked out wins, and Sunday a 2-0 win, mostly on the back of Michael Wacha. He has been outstanding for a long time now. He's reflective of the way the team has been going. The team ERA is outstanding for the starters. Every starter is just in the low threes as far as his ERA is concerned. And if I were to start the playoffs tomorrow, if I were the Royals, I think I would go with Lugo and Cole Reagans and Waka and have Brady Singer in on the hook for any starter who doesn't go get rolling in his game. That's the way I would handle it. But Michael Walker right now with a milestone, 100 wins, and he was joking around with Vinny Pasquantino about the fact he's only 411 wins behind Cy Young, and that's where I started off with him.
So there you go, only 411 shy of Cy Young, right?
That's right. No, it's definitely a cool number for sure. Something that was on my goal list, coming into this season, was to get to that. But I was telling these guys after the game, it's lots got to go right to get wins in this league. We got to score, obviously. Very rarely am I going 9, so it comes down to the bullpen and them shutting it down. And it was definitely one of those days today whenever Boob and Urs came in and slammed the door for me there.
Wait, are you used to, you've been around for a while, are you used to the fact that, 92 or 3 pitches in the door, even no matter how well you're going, is kind of the thing?
Yeah, it's definitely, kind of different and changed over the years, that I've been here. But I guess there's numbers and stuff that suggest it, and I'd go out there and pitch however long they need me to, and I'll always be ready for that next inning if they want to send me out there. But no, it was I guess it was a good time to go to the pen, and obviously I guess with those guys shutting the door.
Michael, how'd you navigate your start tonight, especially using your fastball against that Twins lineup over there?
Yeah, kind of got into some trouble there in the first. Big time play at home plate with the relay. Fro putting in a deke out there kind of slowed Miranda up getting to second, and got to the ball, made a strong throw to Mikey, and Mikey hosed him out at home, and Freddie put the tag on him. So that was kind of almost a little wake-up call, a little momentum shifter to, hey, let's lock it back in here, and let's not give them any more opportunities type of deal there. So the defense was playing great there behind me. Like you said, I was able to locate the fastball and mix in little wrinkles there at times to keep them off balance. But overall, me and Freddie got in a nice groove there, and we're able to keep them off balance for the most part.
What does it say about the character of this group that you are to rebound from that 7-game slide and get an important sweep here in the division?
Yeah, no, it's a great group. Guys got some really good mentalities in here to where we can flush those tough stretches and still believe in ourselves that we've got the team to compete. And it definitely showed there where we were able to flush that and able to come out here and flush it, and got a big time sweep against a team that's in it.
Starting pitching has been strong all season, but especially in September to get 2 shutout performances against a team that's playoff caliber and the Twins. What does that mean for you guys to be pitching your best as it's important here in September? Yeah, no,
it's a good time to be reaching that peak. Hopefully we can keep building off of each start, and we definitely feed off of each other and see how they go out and compete and put up a start to where gives us a chance to win a ball game, and that's all we try to do is just keep repeating and keep learning and keep building off of those starts.
You've been repeating for quite a long time now. Is this one of the best runs you've been on in 100-win career? I mean, this is like 3 months of excellent pitching at least.
Well, I appreciate that. I feel like the ball's been coming out good this year. Working with our staff here, talking with a bunch of our pitchers, developing new pitches as well. It's been a lot of fun playing here. So it's I just, like I was saying, just keep on trying to build, and never satisfied with where you're at, and keep trying to get to that next level.
So here we are with the Royals playing significant baseball deep into the season, and they're going to be playing in October. Well, the regular season still goes into October, but they seems like to be playing more than that and more than 162 this year, and that is pretty cool. The things to be decided right now generally aren't who's going to be in the playoffs, but how they're going to be structured in the playoffs. The Yankees and the Orioles are just a half game apart,